Mr. McDermott, recognized.
Mr. Chairman and members of the committee, I'm pretty sure that nothing I say is going to change the direction of this committee, but I would like to let you understand what you're doing. You're dealing with two bills, one of which the President has already dealt with the issue by delaying the implementation of the employer mandate, the reporting for the mandate. He hasn't delayed the giving of insurance, but he's just delayed the reporting for a year. So the first bill is really irrelevant. Now, the second bill is really the destructive one. This is the end of Medicare, of Obamacare, if it were to go into effect. Because the whole thing rests on the question of whether or not you have everybody in the system. Everybody knows that in insurance reform, you have to have things like guaranteed issue. You have to get rid of people who are the ability of insurance companies to deny people coverage, which we did. And that's going to go into effect on January 1. No matter what we do here today, that will go into effect on January 1st. Everybody in this country will be guaranteed issue by an insurance company. And if you go back and look at where did this individual mandate come from? It didn't come from Barack Obama, for heaven's sakes. The Heritage Foundation put it out there some time ago. Nixon had it in his proposal. Romney had it in his proposal. Every Republican proposal has always had an individual mandate. The reason we have mandatory auto insurance, why do we have that? Because we know that everybody might have an automobile accident. Nobody wants one. He plans to have one. Nobody goes around thinking, thank God I got it, I'm going to run into something. That's not why we have it, because insurance companies have to have everybody in, the good drivers and the bad drivers, so they have the money to cover what goes on in the automobile industry. You can say, well, you're telling me, you're giving me a hypothetical. I am not. I come from Washington State. In 1993, we passed an individual mandate. We said everybody in the state of Washington had to buy insurance. About 3 years later, the legislature repealed the individual mandate. So they left the insurance companies with the problem of people discovering they were pregnant and saying, you know what, I'm pregnant. Better go down and get some insurance so I'll be covered when I deliver the baby. And as soon as the baby is delivered, they dropped the insurance. And 2 years later, got pregnant again. They went down and bought insurance to be covered while they were delivering the baby. They had all kinds of crazy things go on with cancer and everything else. Anytime anybody found they had a problem, they went down and bought insurance. That killed the individual market in the state of Washington. For 3 years, we had no companies offering individual coverage in the state. And that's what you are saying to the whole country. You're saying to the whole insurance industry, you have to cover everybody who shows up at the front door, but they can come anytime they want, anytime they feel like they would like to have some insurance, and it simply will not work. What's puzzling to me is why the Republicans would put on the table a plan that is so anti-business and so fiscally irresponsible. You cannot have something like this work. If this were to pass, the insurance companies would immediately jack up premiums all over the country because they would have no way of ever underwriting anyone. This bill, it really is a question, in my view, of whether or not the Republicans are serious about wanting to cover the people. If you don't want single payer and you don't want an individual mandate, you don't want a system that works. It's just that simple. And we might as well take it down to the floor and we'll vote no, vote yes, and it'll die somewhere in the black hole between here and the Senate. Thank you.